After a 13-27 season, the Chicago Sky have decided to fire Reese Witherspoon. In the words of Vince McMahon, "You're fired!"
Reese Angel, the self-described face of women's basketball, goes crazy after complete chaos strikes Chicago Sky because this so-called girl was supposed to be a season of hope turned into a train wreck so wild that even the most devoted fans couldn't look away. A 13-27 record and damaged team chemistry for a city that loves sports. This wasn't just a loss, it was a gut punch.
Players on other teams say I wish we drafted you.
Really?
Yes. Like teams that have drafted that were above me, that the players that got drafted above, and it was nothing against their rookies that got drafted, but they were like, I wish we were teammates. I wish we drafted you.
WNBA player Teresa Weatherspoon Reese's on-court antics and off-court bravado left fans divided between supporting her and shaking their heads in frustration. Legend was supposed to be the one to rebuild this broken franchise, the one who would finally give Chicago a reason to believe again. But instead of inspiring a turnaround, her leadership lit all the wrong fires, fueling locker room drama and dubious coaching decisions.
Is Angel Reese, did she just run a coach out of town, and is she running a player out of town? Their best shooter out of town? Because Kennedy Carter looks like she's ready to book it out of Chicago.
In an interview, Reese confidently asserted that she will be remembered as one of the reasons women's basketball attracted more attention in 20 years. This is about a fan base left in the debris of shattered dreams, wondering where it all went so wrong. It's not just about numbers and scores.
Now, Marina Mabrey, she's already flown the coop on this team, and it was quote-unquote because of culture. Well, what happened to the culture? Who torched the culture? Who's selfish on the team that would cause the culture to melt down?
Reese's off-court antics didn't help. On her podcast, she claimed that a number of teams that passed on her in the WNBA draft had called to express regret. This claim was met with widespread skepticism. During a game, her controversial flagrant fall on Caitlin Clark became another point of contention. Reese defended the fall as a play on the ball and even implied that Clark was given preferential treatment by the referees, but video evidence revealed a different story. Fans quickly criticized her justifications on social media, calling them embarrassing deflections and pointing to her actions as a major contributing factor to the team's lack of chemistry.
When Tyler Marsh did the press conference, he talked about Angel Reese, he talked about Cardoso, who I think is going to be a star in the WNBA, but he did not really mention Kennedy Carter at all, and that raised a lot of eyebrows.
The Chicago Sky is collapsing more quickly than their 13-27 record indicates that a team that once promised greatness is now drowning in dysfunction. At the heart of the mayhem is Angel Reese, whose presence is said to have turned the locker room into a battlefield. Leadership vanished and culture was reduced to ashes. Kennedy Carter, their best shooter, is already scouting new teams, scoring 17.5 points per game last season, but she now seems more interested in Twitter polls than playbooks.
Angel Reese is now quoted as saying, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. She refuses to say Caitlin Clark's name. It's because of me too, and I want you to realize that.
Reese's individual stats seem to be more important than the team's overall success, according to an anonymous comment made by a veteran player who said that it was clear who Weatherspoon was trying to please, and it wasn't the team. Young stars like Camila Cardoso struggled to find consistent roles, and their potential was largely overlooked. When the Skies traded, the team's turmoil reached unprecedented heights. Despite avoiding direct criticism of the Connecticut Sun, Marina M., a mid-season MB known for her shooting and defensive prowess, was sent there under mysterious circumstances. She praised the team's professional atmosphere, emphasizing how players in Connecticut could concentrate only on basketball, an apparent jab at the chaos she left behind in Chicago.
Chicago Sky franchise has been an absolute dumpster fire since winning the WNBA championship in 2021. Let's go through some of the names that have left. James Wade, who was the coach and GM, left in the middle of the season last year to go to the NBA.
Players' exit interviews portrayed a bleak picture of the season. While younger players voiced dissatisfaction with the lack of clarity and direction over fundamental team ideals like upholding honk, seasoned veterans questioned Weatherspoon's leadership. Angel Reese's tenure in Chicago serves as a warning about what happens when individual ambition overshadows team unity instead of a fresh start. Court discipline was frequently lacking by the end of the season, and the fractures within the locker room were impossible to ignore. Now that Weatherspoon is out as head coach, the Sky is left to pick up the pieces of a disaster season. Ree was standing in the middle of the debris as the Sky descended into complete mayhem.
Candace Parker, Emma Messman, Courtney Vandersloot, Allie Quigley, Kalia Copper was traded, Azura Stevens. And then this year, after drafting Cardozo and Reese, they were competing for a playoff spot and traded Marina Mabrey, their veteran, before the Olympic break.
Carter, the top scorer and a restricted free agent in January, didn't hold back on social media. She wrote, "Y'all be coaches and GMS anyway. Let's see what you think," asking fans to choose where she should play next. The criticism was swift. Carter isn't the only one out. Some fans supported her and blamed Chicago's dysfunctional leadership, while others made fun of her for airing dirty laundry like it was a Real Housewives WNBA edition episode. Last season, Marina Ma averaged 15.4 points per game, but she left in the middle of the season due to cultural concerns. Parker, Candace, after winning the championship in 2021, the team's former superstar left for better opportunities in Las Vegas. Teresa Weatherspoon, the head coach, reportedly lost the locker room by catering to a small group of players. Now, it's Tyler Marsh's turn to clean up this mess in his most recent press conference. Marsh commended Aaliyah and mentioned Angel Reese, highlighting her potential. Cardoso, a Boston doppelganger, is a rising star, but Carter cricket's ambiguous comment that she was a major catalyst for last year's success, but declined to commit to her future wasn't exactly comforting.
New Sky coach Tyler Marsh was asked about whether he sees Kennedy Carter in the big part of what he's doing in the future during an appearance on the Athletic women's basketball show. Quote, "In regards to Kennedy, she's a great player. She was a huge catalyst to what last year's team was able to do and accomplish, and obviously she's slated to be a free agent."
Reese, on the other hand, isn't making things better. Although her averages of 16.8 points and 10.6 rebounds per game indicate that she is a force on the court, it is difficult to overlook her purported involvement in locker room friction. It's obvious that the Chicago Sky is trapped in freefall, and rumors of favoritism have only made the divisions worse, leaving comrades wondering if the Sky is favoring talent over team cohesion. Fall Marsh's unwillingness to confront the Carter situation directly only feeds rumors that the team is prepared to sever ties with its most productive player. However, if Carter is a contributing factor, as her past with the team indicates, it's difficult to determine whether the team is rebuilding around talent or simply preparing for another collapse.
But the focus thus far has been on players who we know are under contract this coming year, and that's where the communication has been thus far.
The worst part, only a year after the Sky made a playoff push. All of this drama has occurred, and they're now a prime example of how not to manage a team. Reese may not be entirely to blame for the meltdown, but her ascent in a broken system isn't helping her win any popularity contests. Where does this mess end? Will Marsh clean things up and start over? Will Carter leave, making the Sky even less relevant? Or will this saga continue to amuse fans for all the wrong reasons? One thing is certain, Chicago. Sky culture has formally made its way into the realm of memes.
And I can't help but wonder, is that what happened here? Is Angel Reese and the way she wants to play, and I don't know if you've ever noticed her social media posts, but she's very me, always. Me.
The Chicago Sky and Indiana Fever are two opposing stories in the WNBA. One is about instability and decline, while the other is about togetherness and resurgence. The Chicago Sky was once a championship-winning club, but internal strife and bad leadership have made it difficult for them to stay true to their identity. The team was shattered by Teresa Weatherspoon's tumultuous tenure as head coach, and the addition of Angel Reese, despite his talent, brought divisive behavior that further widened the gaps. The question is still whether they can rebuild their team culture and regain their championship grit, or if they will continue to spiral downward.
According to league sources, Weatherspoon had lost the locker room because of a culture that catered to the needs of a few players. Dear Lord.
Favoritism and leadership problems have undermined the Sky Foundation, fostering a culture that values individual drama over teamwork. In a league that demands excellence on and off the court, the Indiana Fever have emerged as a beacon of what strong leadership and clear vision can achieve after years of mediocrity. In contrast, Tyler Marsh's appointment as the new head coach offers a glimmer of hope as he aims to instill discipline and teamwork. However, the challenge lies in whether the players, especially Reese, can adopt a team-first mentality without unity and accountability. The Sky risks alienating their fan base and falling further behind. President Kelly Cove, General Manager Amber Cox, and head coach Stephanie White have established an atmosphere based on openness, discipline, and cooperation. Their leadership extends beyond roster choices. They have developed a structure where each player feels respected and empowered.
Obviously the players here are very experienced and they want to keep a good environment and they make sure that they kind of hold people accountable for that. So
Caitlin Clark, whose record-breaking rookie season redefined expectations for the team in the league, is essential to the Fever's success. In addition to being a gifted player, Clark is a transformative leader who uplifts her teammates with her competitive spirit and unwavering support. She has blended in seamlessly with a team that also features stars like Aaliyah Boston. Together, Lexi Hull and Kelsey Mitchell have produced a blend of individual brilliance and collective cohesion that has made Indiana a sought-after location for free agents. As the WNBA continues to expand in talent and visibility, the Fever's rise provides as a model for success, while the Sky's troubles show the negative effects of bad leadership and unbridled drama. These two stories offer an intriguing study in contrast for the Sky. Rebuilding trust and putting unity first are necessary for redemption. The league's players and supporters are undoubtedly keeping a close eye on these teams as their gradual climb heralds the start of a new dynasty. The future of women's basketball will be shaped by journeys.